In the remote, rugged terrains of northern Vietnam lies Tieu Nu commune, a mosaic of 12 ethnic groups steeped in shared history and resilience. The land is vast, spanning approximately 10,941 hectares, nestled in Tuong Quang province, where one finds rolling hills, dense forests, and rustic villages. The people maintain a delicate balance of solidarity and harmony, living through the complexities of community life while confronting the persistent economic hardships that challenge subsistence and growth. Their lives are intertwined with the legacies of resistance wars, freedom struggles, and the ceaseless effort to sustain hope amid material scarcity. Amidst these contours moves a dedicated commune cadre, a figure whose identity interlaces with the land and people. This individual has served the community for 15 years, evolving from a mere civil functionary into a beloved figure viewed as family by locals and comrades alike. The work involves not only administrative oversight, but also emotional stewardship, carrying the collective hopes, dreams, and burdens of a community striving to rise above poverty through dedication and unity. Change arrives suddenly through a transfer order. The cadre is appointed as the chairman of a distant commune over 1,000 kilometers away. This promotion, a recognition of capability and trust, is also a personal upheaval. Leaving behind familiar faces, established routines, and a community treated as kin stirs bittersweet emotions. The decision ripples through personal and communal realms, where advancement coexists with the pains of displacement and uncertainty about the future. Preparations for this new chapter unfold against a backdrop of collective memory and cultural pride. The cadre pens a letter for a commemorative ceremony at the local steelhouse, a symbolic site honoring heroes and martyrs who sacrificed for the nation's independence. This act connects the individual story to a grand narrative of sacrifice and patriotism threading through generations. Invitations extend not just within the commune, but to neighboring districts and benefactors, encapsulating the communal spirit that transcends geographical boundaries. Daily operational challenges reflect the realities of rural governance. The cadre confronts shortages in manpower, overlapping leaves among key personnel, and the logistical intricacies of overseeing agricultural and infrastructural projects. Conversations with team members reveal earnest attempts to balance workload and momentum amidst these constraints. The spirit of mutual aid and understanding underscores the ethos of collective responsibility vital for sustaining development in remote settings. The emotional landscape is textured with moments of camaraderie and concern. The cadre expresses affection for colleagues, emphasizing cohesion and the imperative to complete tasks collaboratively. Conversations reveal hopes and aspirations for the incoming leadership to uphold these values, suggesting a seamless transition amidst institutional shifts. Wishes for good health and success underscore the human connection beneath formal professional exchanges. The fabric of communal life comes alive in the depiction of social structures and policies. Birth registration campaigns are highlighted, underscoring governmental efforts to modernize administrative processes while ensuring legal protections for newborns. The dialogue between seasoned and new members of the commune's union exemplifies the transmission of knowledge and the cultivation of respect for established norms pivotal for social stability. Amidst these formalities are tender personal moments. The cadre's reflections on familial duties, balancing career responsibilities with caregiving for their child and relatives, bring a poignant dimension to the narrative. Practical arrangements for childcare and emotional reliance on family members illustrate the personal sacrifices underpinning public service, adding layers of realism and relatability. Market scenes vividly anchor the tale in reality. The buying and selling of fresh produce, such as okra, provides insights into rural economic life. Vendors negotiate prices with care, traders cater to local tastes, and the marketplace buzzes with exchanges that weave economic survival with social interaction. The protagonist's participation in these routines reflects seamless integration into community life, emphasizing the mutual interdependence between governance and grassroots commerce. The protagonist's internal struggle with relocation captures universal themes of attachment, identity, and transformation. The joy of professional elevation coexists with melancholy for severing ties to an adopted extended family and the land that shaped their worldview. This emotional complexity humanizes the institutional narrative, revealing the personal costs of career mobility in rural Vietnam. Narrative nuances highlight the quiet dignity of everyday life against a backdrop of uncertain futures. The cadre's hopes for continued solidarity and success within the commune illustrate a profound belief in collective effort and gradual progress. Challenges, though significant, are met with determined optimism and sustained commitment. Quien Thiet's physical and social landscapes emerge as central characters in their own right. The hills, forests, and villages are not merely settings, but repositories of history, culture, and communal memory. The people's resilience and mutual respect create a social milieu where cooperation is both means and end, fostering survival through shared responsibility. This portion of the story provides a textured portrayal of rural governance and life, blending administrative realities, cultural continuity, and human experience. It sets the stage for forthcoming chapters of change and adaptation, foregrounding themes of duty, transition, and unwavering commitment to community. The narrative invites readers into a vibrant, multifaceted world where personal and collective destinies intertwine amid the steady rhythms of countryside life. Here ends the first segment, painting a detailed introduction to characters, setting, and emotional stakes. It offers a compelling glimpse into the protagonist's world, one shaped by history, shaped by community, and poised on the cusp of new journeys in distant yet connected landscapes. The second part of the story unfolds within the broader context of Vietnam's ongoing journey of rural development and governance reform, particularly reflecting the realities of 2025. Quien Thiet Commune in Tuong Quang Province encapsulates both the challenges and aspirations of rural communities amidst sweeping national efforts to modernize agriculture, improve living standards, and sustain cultural heritage. Following the protagonist's bittersweet transfer to a distant commune far removed from familiar landscapes and colleagues, the narrative turns toward a detailed examination of rural administration, social cohesion, and economic activity. The story deeply explores the complex responsibilities entrusted to local cadres, who serve as the vital link between government policies and village realities. Their work spans administrative management, mobilization of resources, community organizing, and preservation of local traditions. One key highlight is the commune's long-standing commitment to commemorating its war heroes and martyrs, a collective memory that cements a shared identity and instills pride. The protagonist, preparing official invitations and ceremonial documents, honors this legacy, emphasizing the communal emphasis on patriotism and historical continuity. The narrative portrays how these rituals contribute to social cohesion, inspiring collective responsibility and respect for past sacrifices. Administrative challenges are chronicled in rich, granular detail. Short staffing, overlapping personnel leave, and heavy workloads characterize the daily realities of rural governance. The protagonist grapples with balancing numerous projects, ensuring smooth transitions during leadership changes, and responding to emergent needs. These scenes reveal the intricate coordination required to uphold development momentum in the face of resource constraints, geographical dispersal, and bureaucratic complexity. Within these pragmatic depictions lie profound human stories of camaraderie, mentorship, and shared vision. Dialogue between colleagues reflects deep mutual support, collective expertise, and a hopeful commitment to communal well-being. The sense of family pervades these interactions, underscoring the social fabric and values that sustain community resilience despite economic precarity. policy implementation emerges as a vital theme. The story integrates national directives on birth registration, education, and social welfare, contextualizing how government objectives translate into local action. The blend of centralized planning with grassroots involvement highlights Vietnam's hybrid approach to modern rural governance, a complex dance between top-down initiatives and bottom-up participation. Simultaneously, personal dimensions infuse warmth and tension. The protagonist's reflections on balancing work demands with family responsibilities illuminate the emotional costs often hidden beneath official accounts. Arrangements for childcare, reliance on extended family, and moments of intimate care portray the resilience of rural households and the human heart at the core of public service. Vivid market scenes animate communal life. The bustling sale of fresh okra, animated negotiations over quantities and prices, and casual market banter offer a textured view of everyday economy intertwined with social exchange. These interactions underscore how market spaces function not only as economic hubs, but also as arenas of cultural vitality and interpersonal connection vital to community sustenance. Psychological complexity enriches the narrative. The protagonist's internal conflict, excitement about career advancement, coupled with sadness over leaving familiar bonds, is rendered with nuanced empathy. Their journey symbolizes the universal human experience of change, loss, and aspiration, resonating beyond local specifics to touch on broader themes of identity and belonging. The natural and built environment is ever present, shaping the contours of life. Kiên Thiet's mountains, valleys, and rivers provide both life-giving bounty and persistent challenges. The interplay of landscape and human endeavor illustrates the dynamic relationship between people and place, a continuous negotiation shaping livelihoods, culture, and futures. This segment of the story weaves together administrational intricacies, social relationships, and personal narratives to present a multifaceted portrait of a rural Vietnamese commune in transformation. It captures the pulse of governance translated into human experience, revealing the dedication, struggle, and hope driving community progress. As the protagonist steps fully into a new phase of responsibility, the narrative sets a tone of determination, tempered by nostalgia and uncertainty. The story foreshadows forthcoming trials and triumphs, painting a vivid tableau of rural life where tradition and modernity, hardship and solidarity, progress and continuity coexist in a delicate balance. This detailed account forms the foundation for an in-depth exploration of the protagonist's evolving challenges and the community's resilience. It invites readers to appreciate the complexity of rural administration, the beauty of cultural heritage, and the strength found in collective commitment. The narrative honors the enduring spirit of Kiên Thiet, a place marked by struggle but animated by tenacity and hope. The year 2025 marks a pivotal moment in Vietnam's ongoing effort to revitalize and modernize its rural sectors, laying the groundwork for sustainable development that balances economic growth with social equity and environmental stewardship. Across the country and in places like Kiên Thiet Commune and Tuong Quang Province, sweeping government initiatives and comprehensive data collection efforts are transforming the landscape of agriculture, rural governance, and community life. Vietnam's National Rural and Agricultural Census, launched from July 1 to July 30, 2025, represents one of the most ambitious statistical undertakings in recent history, covering all rural households, farms, and enterprises. This decennial census aims to provide a detailed, up-to-date picture of agricultural production, labor patterns, infrastructure, and socioeconomic conditions. Its findings will inform critical policy decisions designed to enhance rural livelihoods, streamline resource management, and ensure equitable access to services across diverse geographic and ethnic landscapes. Kienthet commune, resting amidst mountains and forests, reflects the dual challenges and rich potentials typical of mountainous provinces. The population of about 6,800 people belonging to 12 ethnic groups share heritage and harmonious coexistence born from long historical struggles and cultural resilience. Poverty remains a pressing challenge, with approximately 56% of households living under or near the poverty line. The economic base is predominantly smallholder agriculture, supplemented by emerging initiatives fostering entrepreneurship and cooperation. Local leaders like the protagonist have become indispensable agents balancing state policies and local realities. With more than 15 years of service within Kienthet, the cadre has cultivated strong ties with both villagers and governmental bodies, epitomizing the role of the dedicated rural functionary. The personal dimension in this role is profound. Familial affection mixes with administrative responsibility, forming a social contract where leadership means both guidance and stewardship. The narrative traces a momentous transition as the cadre is reassigned to lead a neighboring but distant commune over 1,000 kilometers away. This transfer embodies both professional recognition and emotional upheaval, necessitating a painful leave-taking from familiar places, comrades, and cherished communal rhythms. The psychological complexity of this transition illuminates the human cost of rural governance, the sacrifices made to serve broader national development agendas, the tensions between personal bonds and institutional duty. Administrative responsibilities are portrayed with meticulous, immersive detail. Ceremonial preparations honoring local heroes and martyrs articulate rural Vietnam's deep historical consciousness, where remembrance of sacrifice weaves into daily life and identity. Drafting official letters, coordinating invitations, and managing rituals exemplify the intricate dance between tradition and modern state symbolism animating Kienthet's communal life. Operational challenges arise from limited human resources, overlapping personnel absences, and the complexities of distributed governance intertwined with local customs. The cadre's efforts to coordinate project implementation, ensure smooth leadership succession, and balance competing demands showcase the multifaceted nature of rural administration under resource constraints. These scenes highlight teamwork, adaptability, and the careful negotiation necessary to keep development on course. Conversations among colleagues reveal nuanced human dynamics. Expressions of mutual respect, concern, and shared aspirations underscore the social fabric sustaining the community. The cadre's farewell evocations embody collective memory and hope, affirming that leadership extends beyond authority into the realm of family, trust, and emotional connection. The story situates these experiences within Vietnam's nationwide push to improve rural welfare through policies encouraging poverty reduction, infrastructure development, and agricultural modernization. Promotion of birth registration and family support initiatives reflects efforts to enhance legal protections and service access, bridging tradition with administrative modernization. The narrative captures the challenge of implementing national directives while honoring local context and heterogeneity. Personal struggles with work-family balance imbue the story with warmth and realism. The cadre's reliance on extended family for childcare and emotional sustenance signals the enduring importance of kinship networks amid institutional responsibilities. This human dimension brings depth to portrayals of rural governance as lived experience rather than abstract policy. Marketplace vignettes enliven the tale with sensory richness and social texture. The buying and selling of okra interweave economic necessity with cultural practice and everyday human interaction. These moments illustrate how markets function as both commercial sites and social arenas vital for rural cohesion. The psychological terrain unfolds through the protagonist's evolving identity, framed by both loss and anticipation. The excitement of new opportunities is tinged with melancholy for separation from a beloved community. This inner conflict reflects broader themes of mobility, belonging, and the fluid nature of rural leadership in a transforming society. Natural and built environments emerge as co-protagonists. The rugged hills, seasonal rains, communal paths, and houses bear witness to generations of resilience and change. Life in Kiên Thet is a continual negotiation with these landscapes, shaping and being shaped by human agency and cultural continuity. This segment presents a comprehensive, richly woven portrait of rural administration, social life, and personal narrative amid the dynamic transition of Vietnam's countryside in 2025. The synthesis of policy, community, and emotion invites readers into the multi-layered realities faced by rural leaders and citizens striving for progress amidst complexity. The protagonist's story marks both an end and a beginning, closing a chapter of deep roots while embarking toward new horizons. The anticipation of challenges and opportunities ahead sets the stage for continued journeys of leadership, communal solidarity, and cultural affirmation in Vietnam's evolving rural tapestry. This extensive account honors the enduring spirit and intricate realities of rural Vietnam, illustrating how personal dedication, historical memory, and collective aspiration converge to propel communities like Kiên Thet forward into the uncertain but hopeful future of 2025 and beyond. It magnifies the complex interplay of human resilience, tradition, innovation, and governance defining Vietnamese rural life today. The story unfolds in 2025 amid Vietnam's large-scale efforts to transform rural areas like Kiên Thet Commune in Tuong Quang Province. Nestled in a mountainous region with a dispersed population consisting of 12 ethnic groups, Kiên Thet embodies the multifaceted challenges and vibrant spirit characteristic of northern Vietnamese rural life. The commune spans nearly 11,000 hectares with a population of about 6,800. Economic conditions remain challenging. More than half of the households live under precarious circumstances with limited material resources. Traditional subsistence farming continues to dominate, though state initiatives encourage cooperative efforts, small enterprises, and infrastructural development to improve living standards. The protagonist, a seasoned cadre who has dedicated more than 15 years of service to the commune, stands at a crossroads as they face reassignment to a distant commune more than 1,000 kilometers away. This transfer marks both a career advancement and a deeply personal moment of upheaval. Emotional ties with colleagues and locals forged through years of collective struggle and progress are strained by impending separation. The cadre's reflections reveal the profound human cost embedded in administrative transitions, balancing professional duty with loyalty and longing for a home left behind. Before departing, the cadre orchestrates final preparations for a significant communal event honoring heroes and martyrs whose sacrifices underpin the village's identity. They draft invitation letters carefully, reflecting the solemn respect afforded to these ancestors and the local commitments to patriotism and collective memory. This event symbolizes more than remembrance. It embodies the continuity of shared culture and historical responsibility that strengthens community bonds. Daily administration is pictured with immersive accuracy. The protagonist manages pervasive challenges, including human resource shortages, administrative complexity, and overlapping leave schedules among staff. Coordinating projects ranging from infrastructural development to policy implementation requires adaptive leadership and diplomatic acumen. The story captures the fragile yet dynamic cooperation that sustains small communities striving to meet national standards amid modest means. Interactions with colleagues and residents usher warmth into the narrative's engineering of governance. Moments of camaraderie, shared humor, and mutual encouragement reveal the village's social ecosystem as built on networks of trust and solidarity. Farewell wishes and expressions of hope punctuate the narrative, reinforcing the view of leadership as a deeply relational endeavor, connecting individuals to a broader collective purpose. Government policies such as the promotion of timely birth registrations and support for newborn families illustrate efforts to enhance legal and social frameworks for rural populations. These policies reflect careful balancing of modernization ambitions and respect for cultural heterogeneity, emphasizing policy responsiveness to local contexts and traditions. Personal narratives are layered amid administrative discourse. The protagonist's concern for balancing occupational demands with family care imparts emotional texture and grounding realism. Reliance on extended familial support to ensure children's well-being during work absences typifies rural Vietnamese kinship arrangements that are instrumental for social resilience. Scenes at the village market animate the story through sensory detail and social nuance. Exchanges over okra sales reveal the interdependency of economic livelihood and social connection. Markets serve as arenas for interaction beyond commerce, reinforcing cultural practices, fostering mutual support, and maintaining community vitality. Psychological undercurrents shape the protagonist's inner life. The poignant tension between pride in professional accomplishment and pain of separation from beloved community underscores a universal human experience of transition. This inner dialogue explores themes of belonging, identity, and the evolving nature of rural leadership in contemporary Vietnam. The natural environment serves as both backdrop and participant. Quien Thet's hills, rivers, and forests frame human efforts, symbolizing the enduring dialogue between humanity and landscape. Life here is characterized by an intimate bond with nature, where environmental conditions dictate livelihood rhythms and cultural practices. Combining bureaucratic detail with evocative human stories, this section presents a comprehensive depiction of contemporary rural governance. It reveals the layered responsibilities and relational challenges faced by local cadres committed to community advancement within complex socio-political landscapes. As the cadre prepares to embark on their new role, the narrative sets a tone of cautious optimism and determination. It foreshadows future struggles and achievements while highlighting enduring values of communal care, historical memory, and adaptive innovation. The story invites reflection on the delicate balance between stability and change in rural development narratives. This detailed recounting pays tribute to Vietnam's rural administrators and communities whose resilience, dedication, and cooperation form the engine of grassroots progress. It illuminates how personal and collective destinies intertwine within Quien Thet's evolving mosaic, offering a powerful lens on the broader transformation underway in rural Vietnam in 2025 and beyond.